Good morning, everyone. Hey, what happened to the pound? What's going on? Someone has threw some bomb at UK. About UK. What's going on? What's going on? Let me check the news. Uh, Ex-defense minister Shiba become Japan new leader. Hey, why is that the reason you are seeing pound? Okay, all right. So that's why the pound is becoming strong like that. So that's the reason you are seeing a drop in the pound. This thing. So you see the reason why most of the time you need to set stop loss. Sometimes some news will drop unexpectedly that you not be seeing it in you not be seeing you not be seeing it what in the economic data. In the economic calendar, you are not going to be seeing it. So it's always important to be setting stop loss. Imagine maybe you are still in a buy and you didn't set stop loss, unexpected news just pop up and you are going to be stopped out. So that's Friday. So you see, when you check the lending session, you are not having any high impact news. But if you want to see the unexpected news, that's where you are going to see it. Friday, 27th. That's where you are going to see the unexpected news. So if you come to the news, so they said ex-defense minister Ishiba to become Japan's news leader. Japan's new leader. So that's why we are seeing the pound dollar. So that pound has become drop. So if you are in a buy and you didn't set any stop loss, you'll be stopped out unexpectedly. You'll be stopped out unexpectedly. So it's always important to set stop loss. Yes, it's always important to set stop loss. So what are you expecting now? I was expecting I was expecting the retracement to this level. So I'm hoping maybe this is just going to be we're going to retrace on this one, then we continue the buy. So you need to always set stop loss to get it. If you leave your trade exposed to the market, you don't know when unexpected news will hit the market. You get it. So this is an unexpected news. It's supposed to move up, continue the trend, but unexpectedly there was a news release. There was a news release. There was a news release. So imagine you are still in the trade, exposing yourself to the market. You'll be stopped out by now. Alright, you'll be stopped by now. So far this week hasn't been bad. This week has been bad. So trading is now becoming fun. I'm really enjoying trading, and I hope you guys too are doing same. You need to enjoy trading. It's kind of It's kind of fun, especially if you're analyzing and the thing is moving. It's always a challenge. And you see, most of the times, the ninth work that we are doing, we mostly do. There's nothing challenging us, but trading always challenges. It always challenges you. You get. It makes you think. It makes you make, like, when it comes to decision making in trading, you need to make critical. You need to pay critical attention to the decision you are making. That makes trading very interesting. You get it. It always challenges you. It always challenges you to a new height. That makes trading an interesting one. But if you are not enjoying trading, then I think you have different minds. Your mindset is different. You get it. Your mindset is different. Trading is really an enjoyable game. It's really an enjoyable game. You need to enjoy it. Hi, chat. Hello, YouTube. I hope everyone is doing well. Good morning, Danny Oduma. I really like your consistency. You are very, very consistent. You are very, very consistent. That's good of you. That's good of you. So far, let's make a reflection on what happened this week. So this week so far, how has your distance, your trading been? Did you make profit, or did you make some money for the weekend, or you just lost money? Trading is very interesting. Easy money to be made, especially if you know what you are doing. There was an easy money to be made. So did you make money, or you didn't make any money, or you broke even, or you lost money in the market? So let me know in the chat box. If you made money or you didn't trade at all, indicate it in the chat box. If you made money, indicate it in the chat box. If you didn't make money, or let's say you broke even, indicate it in the chat box. If you didn't trade at all, to indicate it. If you lost money to the market, indicate it in the chat. But let me know. Let's discuss. Let's make the Friday an interactive Friday. Have you made money for the weekend? So those on YouTube, have you made money? And those on the Zoom session or the Telegram session, have you made money? How many people made money? Trade at all, or you lost money to the market? I'm talking about those who trade live, not the more traders. This week was market. So typically, how many trades have you taken so far? That's true. And you made profit. You made profit on all of them. Yes. Okay. All right. I think I also took only one. I took only one trade or two. Yeah, I think that was only on Monday. So I've been able to protect. It's like trying to play defense. I've been able to protect the board for now. I've been able to protect my profit on Friday. So there's no way I'm going to lose it to the market on Friday today. So if I don't get paid on learning session, I think the New York session, I have to just close the laptop, reflect on Friday, do my analysis, just reflect on the weekend, but call it a week. I'm not going to allow myself to lose it in the market. Trading is very nice, and I'm hoping by next year, a lot of people are going to trading full time on this, taking Forex full time in my hand. That's what I'm hoping for, because day in and day out, I'm trying to bring out the best, trying to find out what works in the market. So I'm hoping those who will be taking it seriously by next year. I think a lot of people should be doing trading full time. Like they should, at least if you're not even doing it, like trading should be your source of income, your main source. So if someone says if someone says he's doing trading full time, doesn't mean that's his only source of income. You don't do business like that. You get it? You don't do business like that. At least if I say I'm doing trading full time, what I'm trying to mean is, but trading is maybe my main stream of income. You get it? But it doesn't mean that's the only stream of income. I have maybe other streams of income. So I don't even no one is even doing trading for as as a businessman. You don't have to be saying trading is my only source of income. No one got rich by doing one thing. You need to have many sources. So if you get money from trading, you push it to other things like maybe business, or you get it. Trading is the means to what to get where you want to get to. So if you are passionate about football, you are going to use trading to fund that thing. If you are passionate about music, maybe you can pay radio presenters to promote your music, or maybe influencers, the fans to be able to pay those. That's how trading. So when I say trading is my source of income, trading is what finance whatever I'm doing in life. Yeah. Trading, trading is going to finance your passion. Let me put it out. If I'm passionate about maybe cooking, I'm passionate about I want to do restaurant and those things. Trading is what is going to fund those things. You get it? So trading is the means to get to make your passion or to make your dreams a reality. You get it? Trading is going to make your dream a reality. So that's how it works. So don't say trading is your only source of trading is your main source of income. That's going to fund you. That's going to help you to what to maybe make your dream come to pass. So bear that in mind. Also have that in mind. You get that thing in mind. So I'm hoping by next year a lot of people will be at least trading is going to be their main source of income. You get it? But they will be having some side hustle. Because I'm trying my best to make it very simple. So the only thing is what one thing is I can't make you a good trader. You get it? Even though I'm mentoring you, I can't learn from you. I can't give you the experience. Experience, no one can give you an experience. Experience cannot be bought or sold. I can just share my experience to you. But for you to get your experience, you need to also what, practice and know what works in the market. So yesterday around 1 to 2, I was doing back testing. You get it? I was doing back, but these things no one is seeing. It's a behind the scene thing. No one sees it. What you see is what just the results. I work like crazy. You get it? I work like crazy. So you need to, if you want to see results, you need to put in the work. That's the only thing. You get it? So I backtest. I still backtest. I was watching because there was something that is. I saw something on GBP at the whole of this weekend. I was trying to figure out why those things, especially the trend on GBP when it comes to the H4. I was trying to find ways on when it happens. This one, when it happens, the way I will be entering the market. I was trying to search for entries, how I'll be entering the market. You get it? So it's all about practice. Then I'll do what I'll be okay with when it happens. I'll be comfortable. I'll be confident in entry. So that's how it works. So enough of the rants. Let's move on to the chart for the day. So let's check the fundamentals for the day. So I think you got an unexpected news which happened 8 minutes ago. You get it? So if you want to see an unexpected news, in case maybe you see a spike in the market and you don't know where it was coming from, where you need to check it out is what you click on Forex Factory, click on news. When you click on news, so 20 minutes ago you see the red folder. When you see the red folder, you can open it to see where the news was coming from. So ex-defense minister Ishiba to become Japan's new leader. You get it? So this is where the news was coming from. That's why you are seeing a major spike in what the pound dollar, a pound yen. Okay, let me see the dollar to the pound dollar to go up. So it really affected the pound yen. So that's where if you want to see it, then that's where you'll be able to get to know unexpected news. You get, so when it comes to the lending session, you don't have any major news today. So today is Friday. We don't have any major news. The only news you're having is what, a medium impact news, which is not also going to be impactful like that. You get it. So today we don't have any major news. So the only we are having what, core PC. This one too, it's not purchasing consumer, it's purchasing price of goods and services, price of goods and purchased by excluding. So it's more like, it's also related, it's something like CPI. Okay, so maybe you'll be seeing some a high impact news on the core PC price index. So that will be around 12:30, and I'm not sure because today after learning session I need to go to town to do one or two things. So I'm not sure, maybe around the New York I'll be around. Okay. So the only time I would like to trade the market is the lending session. Okay. So next week is the last week. Let me check next week. What's going to happen next week? So the month is going to end. Tuesday we are going to start fresh month Tuesday. So Monday is going to be the last day of the month. Okay, so the monthly candle is going to form and other things. So Monday. So Tuesday we are starting a new month, which is October 1st. So Monday is the end of the month. Okay, so the monthly candle will be closing and other stuff. So is Monday going to be last week? Okay, so next week you are going to have NFP. Okay, so next week too is going to NFP week. We need to be very, very careful. So that's it for the fundamentals. That's the only thing that you'll be checking it over there. That's the only thing you'll be checking. All right, so let's check pound dollar. I think the pound dollar. One thing I've seen about pound dollar is what, the peak value is very, very big. If it is moving in your favor, it moves like gold. The peak value looks like gold currently. I don't know because of the time or what. So this one, for instance, it has moved like what? This one has moved 376 pips. This move. So now the peak value on pound is moving in your favor. I think you are going to get it now. So Brainy, yesterday, the one that I was talking about concerning the buy, are you there? Is he there? Okay, are you there? If you are listening to me, the buy that I was talking about, this is the point. You see, when the H4 can close or broke above this one, you get it. So the H4 has broken above this one. So the next candle was the one that you were trying to trade on. So you could have moved to the H1. If you move to the H1, you need to check the H1 trend. This is what I was working on. This done, I was trying to figure out why we could have entered. So you need to check the trend of the H1. So the H1, there was an uptrend. So we could have gotten an entry on what? This is the point you could have got an entry because the H1 has made breakouts retest. If you move to the M30, so when you see a bullish candle, so when you check this one to break, so when it created a support, then you could have taken a buy over here, but it didn't move up like that. You get it? It didn't move like. So when this one closed, so it was going to be the same as what happened on the pound dollar trade we took this week. The pound dollar trade we took this week, where was it? So this move, this is where you took the buy. So the closure of the candle, this is the closure of the candle. You get it? This is the closure of the candle. So when you move to H1, I hope you can see the similarity in the pattern. You see, broke rate test. So you took the trade, you took the entry on what? M30. When you saw the bullish candle closing above the trend, even though it was what, a downtrend, the moment you saw M30 bullish candle on M30, you took the buy over here. Okay, so it was supposed to be the same thing on what, the GJ. So one thing I've seen is what, when it happens like that, I have to use the what, H1 trend to confirm the trade. I have to use H1 trend to confirm the trade. It was the same thing. So you need to. So when it happens next time, I think you are going to take it. All right. So let's analyze a pound yen, and see what you are going to be expecting. So you move to the higher time frames. When you move to the higher time frames, I'm expecting the monthly candle to close bullish. That's what I'm expecting. You get it? I'm expecting the monthly candle to close bullish. So when it comes to the monthly, we had what? We had a resistance at the monthly over here. We had a resistance over here. So there was no support so the current support is going to be at this point. You get it? It's going to be at this point. So when you move to the weekly time frame, on the weekly time frame, we have what? A resistance over there. You get it? That's on the weekly. So if you want to get the accuracy of the various levels, we are going to be using various supports and the line charts. Okay, so that the type of charts, I use only the line charts and the candle chart. When you move to the daily time frame, on the daily time frame, the trend is what? Up. The whole of this week, the trend has got up. When it comes to what? The daily time frame, the trend has been up the whole of this week. It's currently rated on what? It's currently rated on the weekly zone. On the weekly zone. Okay. So we saw a minor support over here. We saw a minor support over here. We saw a minor support over here. So when we come to the H4, so the H4 trend is kind of changing, okay? The H4 trend is kind of changing. We had a break over here. This is a point there was a change in character or a change in structure at this point. So I've already been saying, if we want to get A+ setups, we are going to be what? Looking for when the daily and H4 are in the same direction and H1 is in the same direction, or maybe, so this is a pattern when it comes to the H1 we are going to be looking for. So on the H1 you have to see something like this. And when there's a break, this is what we are going to be searching for, the kind of entry you are going to be looking for, or maybe double top, something like this. You get it? Or something like this. When it comes to entry on what? the H1. So these are the patterns we are going to be looking for. Exchange in structure or double top or what? This one. These are the patterns we are going to be looking for when it comes to entry. So the H4 is currently what? A downtrend. You get it? H4 is downtrend. Good morning, chairman. Good morning, Jacob Para. So this is what you are. So that this is the point you saw the change in or the shift in structure. There was a shift in structure over here. There was a shift in structure at this point. You get it? There was a shift in structure. So this is the point. Okay, if you want to see the clarity, let's use this one. This was the point we saw. A change in what? A change in structure. There was a change in structure at this point. But one thing is what? The candle has not closed yet. The candle is still in session. So I hope you guys saw what happened at this point yesterday. Was it? Where was it? So this one is all what happened. Moved up again. So that's where you are going to. That's where you are going to see what change in character. But still, the candle is still in what motion. The candle is still in session. So we can't conclude. You get it? We can't conclude. The candle is still in session. So it's still what? It's still a downtrend. You feel me? So when it comes to still not going to, we can't find an entry on the yen. Okay, the candle is still in what motion unless it has settled down. Even if it's settled over here, you can't take a buy because you are seeing what a change in character. So if it's close on this level, it's just going to be what a pullback, a small pullback at this point. So if you are taking a buy to this level, then it will bounce back to the side. See the daily in the same direction. That's what I prefer before I would take. So that even if I get that trade within, if I get one of the trade, a similar trade like that daily H4 in the same direction, one trade within a week, I'm okay. Because when it happens like that, you are going to see a major move in the market. Unlike maybe if only H4 is an uptrend, daily downtrend. If I take the uptrend, it doesn't trend like that. I'm not saying it doesn't move. It moves. We're going to be correct, but you don't get major moves compared to when the two time frames are in the same direction. So currently on the pound yen, I think there's nothing better to look for. Okay, everything has spot based on what the high impact news that was dropped today. Everything has stopped. So let's move to the pound dollar. So let's move to the pound dollar. When you move to the pound dollar, so on the monthly time frame on the pound dollar, on the monthly time frame on the pound dollar, we are having what? A resistance over here. We are having a resistance over there. We are having a support over here. So when you move to the weekly time frame, on the weekly time frame, we had a support. So this is a current support. Maybe you might be getting a trade on the pound dollar. We have a support over here. So this is the tradable zone. You get it? This is the tradable zone. So when you check left on the daily time frame, the nearest support or resistance, we have a resistance over here. So this is the current market price. We have a resistance over there. So price is currently in a range. So if the market is retracing, this is the level it is going to retrace on. So currently, you see, we trade on levels. Okay, we trade on major levels or the higher time frame level. So either we are going to trade on what, the H4 level, or the daily level, or the weekly level. That's the only levels that we trade on. Okay, we trade on those levels. So let me show you something. Even on the pound yen, we saw something over here. You can see it over here. You see, when you move to the H1, I saw something during the Asian session. So you see, this thing has been happening over and over again. We saw, you see the support, you see the support, you get it. But this one, for instance, I wouldn't have entered in case maybe we are in what volume time. I wouldn't have entered because of what, the time frame. So if you are having, suppose maybe we had what, H4 support, I would have relied on that to take a buy. But when it comes to H4, I'm not going to rely solely on what, H4 to make a decision, H1 to make a decision. I would love to what, rely on what, H4. So something like this, even though we had a major support levels, but I'm not going to rely on those levels to make a decision. I'm going to be relying on what, I would prefer relying on the H4 to make a decision. You get it? I would prefer relying on what, the H4 to make a decision. So I wouldn't have taken a buy even though we had a major support levels. So that's what I'm expecting it to happen on the pound dollar. You get it? That's what I'm expecting it to happen on the pound dollar. So currently, if those who are confused on how to enter the trade, the things that you take into consideration when it comes to entry, you get it? When it comes to entry, we are going to be relying on what? You need to first of all consider, you need to first of all consider the levels. So the level support, it can be support or resistance. You get it? The levels can be support or resistance or what. So after, you need to identify a major level. So this major level can be the support or resistance level. So after that, then the time of the day, that's the market sessions. Then you consider the structure. You get it? The structure or candles. You factor when it comes to entry. These are the things that I usually pay attention to or consider. When it comes to entry, I consider the levels. It should be a strong support or resistance. So some people will say they have to see like a major support, like they have to see couples, or they have to see two or what more support and resistances before they will take an entry. But me, what I consider is what the time frame supports or what resistance. So it should be what maybe the daily, the weekly, or what the monthly. You get it? These are the levels that I usually consider. These are the levels that I consider. You get it? So the time of the day too. So the market sections, it should be either lending session or New York session. I didn't trade the Asian session. And when it comes to the time of the day, okay, the time of the day is the market, various market sections, and the structure. So the structure should be, if the high time frames are uptrend, I need to see what the lower time frame, the time frames that I'm taking an entry to, it should be what an uptrend or a bullish trend. Okay, so the pattern that I drew to you are the things that I usually consider when it comes to entry. So the structure, it should tend to an uptrend, or maybe you get it, or a double top, something like this. You get it, each one time frame. I should see something like this before I'll make a move. You get it? So when it comes to this side on GBP USD, the market is always going to rate test on the major levels. Okay, so now currently the daily is an uptrend. The daily is what? An uptrend. The daily is what? The daily is an uptrend. You get it? So when you move to the H4 time frame, the H4 is what? An uptrend, but it needs to what? Rate test be on either this level, or it's either going to be on what? This level. Entries on. These are the major levels that we are considering to take entries on. Okay, so it's either going to be this level. So now this level has, so next level is going to be on this level. You get it? Or price might what? Move up, close above this one, then we take a buy. That's the thing that you are going to consider when it comes to what? GBP USD. You get it? So we are either going to wait for a breakout like this. We are going to wait for a breakout, then we take a buy. Okay, so this is what I'm going to expect. So it's either going to flip like this, or we are going to see, or I want to see something like this. I have to see something like this. Then what? I'll take a buy. So these are the things that I'm going to. So they are all going to be candle closure. Okay, they are all a candle which is in motion. These are the things that I'm going to be doing. You get it? These are the things that I'm either going to this current candle either going to break above this one, then I'll take a buy, or I have to see the rated because I have to trade on the levels, the strong levels. Okay. I'm not going to play with what weaker time frame or smaller time frames support or resistance levels to take an entry. So anytime you are taking a trade, you have to ask yourself this question. You need to ask this level that you are what betting your money on, is it a strong level? That's the thing that you need to ask yourself. You need to ask yourself, is this level strong that in case price is coming against you, price is really going to struggle before it will break through? You need to be asking yourself this question. Okay, you need to be asking yourself this question. So these are the things that I'm expecting. So I'm not going to take a sell now. Okay, even though price is still going to head to this level. That's a major level. But as at I'm not going to take a sell. Okay, because when it comes to correction or retracement, there's no certainty in it. Okay, it's either going to what retrace. You don't know the exact level that it's going to retrace on. Okay? But the only promising level that you are guaranteed is what the major levels, like maybe the H4, the daily. When it's settled on that, then there's a high chances that price is going to react on those levels. You get it? There's some chances that price is going to react on those levels. But aside that, in the middle of a range, we can't conclude that price is either going to break out or price is either going to when it's in the middle of a range, for instance, like this level can either make price can in any moment. Okay, so changing structure or changing trend or maybe candles to determine. So that's why even when price gets to this level, we usually wait for confirmation. If you can remember, you don't just if I say price is going to get to this level, I'm not just going to enter in the market. It's either going to be maybe wait for a rated at the time frame, something like this. Something like this. Okay. Something like this. Then I'll enter on the next move. Then I'll enter on the next move to consider when it comes to what entry. Okay. When it comes to entry, or I'll either, if this one doesn't happen on what the H4 time frame, I'm either going to look at what the H1 time frame. So when it comes to H1 time frame, when price moves to this side, when you see a bearish candle moving to this side, get it? When I see a bearish candle moving to this side, I need to see either market structure or I need to see what a double top. Okay, so that's going to, but mostly the best thing you need to look for is market structure. So currently it is a downtrend, so I have to wait for what a shift in structure. Okay, I have to wait for a shift in structure. So something like this. So something like this. I'm going to be looking for the breakout. So when it happens like this, that means there has been a change in what? A change in character. You get. Then I'll enter a buy at this point. Okay, so this point is going to be my entry. This point is going to be my entry level. You get it? This point is going to be my entry level. So these are the things that I usually consider when it comes to what entry. I'm going to either enter over here or enter over here. So these are the things that I'm going to be looking for. But at this point, I'm either going to wait for the breakout, enter. So currently there's no entry on GJ now. You get it? There's no entry on GJ now. I'm waiting for price to come to the side. And I'll take it. But currently I'm not going to take this off because this one can just make a 10 at this point. Okay, you can see it 10 at this point. Even though it has that I'm going to waiting for. So if you've considered the pound dollar and the pound yen, so when it comes to Euro USD, so Euro USD, the daily trend, let me check the monthly and the. So when you move to the weekly time frame, so on the weekly time frame, we had what? A support over here. On the weekly time frame, we had a support at this level. So when it comes to the daily time frame, so the daily time frame is kind of ranging. You get it? It's kind of ranging. So I think this is the point price is going to what? Invalidate the whole structure. You get it? So on the H4 time frame, the trend is still down. It's kind of the daily what do you call it? The H4 time frame. The trend is kind of I'm not clear with the trend. Okay, based on what I know, I'm not clear with the trend. Even though it is retested on this one, but I'm not clear because of what this move. Okay, this the moment this one broke, it's kind of it has broken. It hasn't broken it. So this one is making it's making the whole thing confusing to me. So I'm either going to wait. I want to see a clear structure. I'm not going to force things to happen. You get it? I always have to make sure I'm trading something that I'm familiar with. You get it? I'm trading something that I'm familiar with. So I'm not going to make a decision on Euro US because there's no clarity on the structure for me. There's no clarity. I'm not seeing clarity on the structure. So I'm not going to make a decision now on Euro USD. You get it? Because the daily time frame is an uptrend, but H4 time frame looks like a downtrend and uptrend. So I'm confused on the structure. So I will leave it over there. I'm not going to make a decision now. So the pound dollar, I said I'm waiting for it to come to the side before I'll make a move. I'm not going to take a sell. With the pound yen too, structure kind of changing when you move to the daily time frame. The daily time frame, it's kind of, when you change it to a line chart, it's kind of, this point is a structure level. Okay, but everything will be clear next week on the pound yen when the daily candle close. So when you move to gold, I've always been telling you people, when it comes to, if you are trading gold, you don't have to be at this time. You don't have to be looking for what do you call it? A sell. You need to always, your mindset when it comes to gold is what? A buy, because all the trend is what? An uptrend. Currently, price is what? An uptrend. So you don't have to be looking for a sell. On the daily time frame, a support over here on the H4 time frame. So this is the point when price is moving down, it is going to retrace on. You get it? It's currently going to retrace on. So there has been what? A complex structure getting to this side. You get it? So the structure is very rough on gold. The structure is not clear. A lot of consolidations on gold. But still, what? I'm interested in a buy on gold. I'm not interested in a sell. Okay. Gold is in what? It has moved to the highest level that price hasn't gotten to this side. This was the highest level. And I'm sure before the elections, we are going to see what? Still gold moving high. Okay. Gold is still going to move up because of the election, the US election. That will be November, right? So we are still going to see some uptrend moves, a bullish moves. So far, that's what I'm expecting on various pairs. That's what I'm expecting on the various pairs. So the pound dollar. So the pound dollar is what maybe I'll be looking for, because that's what I see clarity in the structure. Mentor, this is unexpected news. Don't worry, I'm depressed. Why are you depressed? Why you entered the trade or what? Are you in a trade when the news came? You set a stop loss. Why are you depressed? So tell me why you are depressed. Sorry. Were you in a trade when the news happened? Yeah, so you need to. So that's why stop loss is very important. Even if you are sure of the trade, you need to set stop loss. You get it? You need to set stop loss. Why are you depressed? Sorry. You need to set, so stop loss are therefore, even though you are maybe the percentage of you are confident about the trade, you still need to set stop loss. You get it? Because unexpected news, as it happened this morning, you might be stopped out. You get it? You might even blow your account. It might blow your account. So you need to be very, very careful when it comes to unexpected news. Like stop loss. No matter what, if you enter a position, set stop loss. Set stop loss. Okay. Even if you are sure the trade is going to move in your favor. I was in a trade with a profit, all of a sudden the news started. The news started everything. It's part of the game. You get it? It's part of the game. So the news scattered everything. It doesn't happen more often. It's just once a while. It's been a while that I saw unexpected news like that. It's part of the game. But it has even rained your Friday. So imagine if you are trading a live account, your Friday has been rained. But if you were in profit, why didn't you break even? Or maybe price was not at your target. Price didn't get to your target, or what? You should have maybe moved stop to break even. So sometimes one thing is, if you are in a winning trade, okay, if you are in a winning trade, if maybe this target, I know some people will say, oh, you don't have to push your stops for it to, but you need to manage the trade. You get it? You don't have to be, if this is the level that you want price to get to, and if you are in the trade and the trade has gotten to maybe this side, you get it? If the trade has gotten to this side, don't allow a losing trade to what to become don't allow a winning trade to become a losing trade. One thing I will advise you is, if price gets to this side, it's left with only few pips for you to get to your target. I will advise you, if your stop loss is at this point, if price has gotten to this side, this is the current market price. This is the current market price. You get it? If this is kind of your stop, and this maybe currently you enter trade over here. If you enter the trade over here, don't allow a losing close to your take profit. Don't wait for price to come. Don't wait for price to come and stop you out. Set stop loss. Sorry. This is your entry price. Maybe this is your entry price. You need what? Move your stop loss. This is your stop loss. This is your stop loss. You need to move the stop loss towards break even. Okay. So if sometimes you hear me saying move stop to break even, what I'm trying to say is, what, this is your current your entry price. Move this one. Move this one to this side. You get it? Move your stop to break even. That's the best way you can be doing this. You get it? Don't allow a losing trade. Don't allow a winning trade to become a losing trade. Don't allow a winning trade to become a losing trade. You are even in what? It's more than half of your target. That's gotten to half of your target. You get it? It's only left with few pips, and you are going to watch price move down, stop you out. You have something called trade management. You need to manage the trade too. Don't set and forget too much. Don't set and forget too much, because the market is uncertain. Anything can happen. Sometimes it will left you small moves and what price or what. You don't know what is happening at the various levels. So you need to always make sure you are setting your stop loss to break even. So I'm sorry about that. Okay, people are sorry. I'm sorry. Next time you have to. So trading it next time. If you didn't set stop loss, you set. If you don't manage the trade, you manage it. Okay, you manage the trade. So I hope you didn't lose the trade, but you just it came to break even, or you lost the trade. So we are waiting for the H4 candle to. But currently, price in the range. Price is not moving like that. So I'm hoping maybe 8 o'clock will bring in some volume. I'm hoping maybe 8 o'clock there's going to be a volume in it. We're going to see some movement in the candles. Let me check the GP, AUD. So it's also ranging. It's also ranging. GBP stated. It's just kind of. So it's the same approximate. So as I said, I'm expecting what this is the level that I'm going to be taking a decision on. The whole of this I'm not interested yet, so I'm interested in what making a decision around this point. Price is going to come to decide. So I'm expecting price to come to this side or what's at this side. That's the level that I'm expecting to be taking a trade on. I'm not interested in the sell, even though it might get to this side, but I'm not interested. I'm not looking for a sell. I want a high quality trade setup. That's what I'm usually going to be looking for. I want high quality trade setup. So if you have not given a like to the stream, kindly do so. Give a like to the stream, and if you have any questions, so you can send it in the chat box. You can send your questions in the chat box. So next week is NFT week. Next week is an NFT week. So for the past 2 weeks, Fridays, you've been getting good moves on Fridays. Last week, was it Friday that we had a trade? Did you get a trade on Friday last week? I doubt. This Friday has been slow. So next week we need to hit it hard. So far good. For the past, I think you've been getting back-to-back wins for the past weeks. You've been getting back-to-back. I put my phone on charge so I can come and watch the live stream. That was when the news happened. But thanks for your break-even strategy. I'll try it next time. Yeah, you need to try it. Like if not when price moves small. I said when it has moved above like maybe more than 1 to 1. You get it? When it has moved more than 1 to 1. And you need to, if you understand the formation of candle. Okay, let me show you. Let me give you how you'll be able to trail. You can trail your stop loss too. Okay, you can trail your stop loss. So assuming maybe last time I showed you people how candles move. Okay, I said candles move like this. Candle structures move like this. So you can use this analogy or use this. So even if you understand this plan, if you understand pattern structure and candle structure, you can develop your own strategy. So this is how the candle form. So as this one has formed, it needs to respect the low of this. So I'm going to show you some secrets. You get it? So if one is coming down, if this one is coming down, it needs to respect this one. You get it? It needs to. So if this one is moving up, you get it. It needs to respect the previous candle too. If this one is moving, you get it needs to respect this one too. You get it. It needs to respect the levels. So the moment price will break below a level, the trend will change. You get it? The trend will change. The candle trend is going to change. So you need to understand this one. So if you are in a trade, you get it. If you are in a trade and the moment you see a candle, the moment you see something like this, maybe if you are in a trade, you are in profit, price has gotten to the side. Maybe the target is at this point. If you want to break even, if the candle breaks this one, if not every candle, you need to consider maybe the 30 minutes, the H1 candle. Because when it comes to 50 minutes, it's easily to be broken. Okay, the candles can easily break and close it. So when price is coming down, the moment you see the candle has broken the previous candle dip, you get it. The moment the candle breaks the previous candle dip, the moment the dip of this one breaks, you have to make sure what the chances of price coming to your stop loss is very high. Okay, because at normal circumstance, that's how the candle needs to respect the lows of what. If it is moving up, it needs to respect the previous candle low. Okay, so this is the low of the previous candle, this is the low of the previous candle, this is the high. So if it is moving high, the high of the candle should be the high should be broken. So these are the highs. Okay, these are the highs. These are the highs. These are the highs. These are the highs. So that when it comes to bullish trend, price is going to be respecting what? Price is going to be breaking the highs. Okay, the highest price needs to break in it. When it's the price has what? The candle has the trend has the candle trend has shifted. So if you are in a like this, you need to be very careful. Either break even, because when it comes to the higher time frame, it doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen like that. So you need to be very, very careful, or you need to pay attention to when it breaks. All of a sudden, you see a break of the low at maybe the H1 time frame or the M30 time frame. One thing you have to notice, what you either break even to protect yourself. If price hasn't got into your target, you need to break even to protect yourself. You get it? You need to break even to protect yourself. So if price continue to be respecting, we have something called trailing stop. I don't know how many people have heard of it. So trailing stop is what? You are moving your stop loss, like you are moving your stop loss based on how the candles are forming. Okay, to maximize profit. We usually use trailing stop to maximize what? Profit. Even though your target is at this point, the moment price gets to this side, you want to maximize your profits. You don't know where price exactly is going to get, either it's going to break out or what. So we use the trailing stop method. So if price gets to this side, if price break and close above this one, you don't know whether price is going to turn or something. So sometimes it reduce your profit, but it's better sometimes to you maximize, you get more profit. So you put your stop loss over here, because you understand that the moment the low of either the session or the candle is working, I mean what the trend is. So that's to trail stop loss. You put it on the lows of the candles, on the lows of the candles. You need the lows of the candles. You get it. The lows of the candle. If the trend is bullish, but if it is what bearish, you put it at what the high. When it is bearish, the highs shouldn't be what broken. When it is bearish trend, the highs shouldn't be broken. The high of the day shouldn't be broken. So that's how it works. So you can be using this system to what to be buy at this point. It's kind of very difficult because the person doesn't understand trade management. So it's kind of very difficult for you to. The person might be in the trade and everything will wipe him. I remember those times I used to give signals to beginners. Some people don't know how to manage the trade. So you need to understand how to manage trade. Okay. Trade management is very important. You don't wait for price to come and wipe everything away before. So next time, it's just a learning process, okay? So next time you learn a lesson from that. It's part of the game. So price is kind of slow this morning. We are not seeing any major moves. So this week, the pound dollar has really presented opportunities. The whole of this week, this trade really pains me. I didn't take it. This buy that I didn't take it really pains me. But next time, I'll take. Next time I'm going to take it, and I'm sure it's going to happen. Even today, it's happening at what the H1 time frame. It's happening at the H1 time frame. This is what's happening on the H1 time frame. It's happening exactly on the H1 time frame. So next time when it happens, I'm going to take it. So we are waiting for the 8 o'clock candle to 60 minutes more. So you are going to be seeing volume during that time. So what I'm hoping for is this candle to just turn up. Or to move to this side, then I'll take a buy. That's what I'm looking for. And when you watch Euro USD has gotten to a strong level. So the chances that price is going to turn is very high. So I'm using the Euro USD as a confluence of GBP USD. Okay. So this is what is signal to me that the pound dollar is going to what? The pound dollar might be moving up because this one has gotten to the daily level. So price is going to turn at this point. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to look into. So trading is all about analyzing. Is something like it's like 10%, because for me, if I'm doing analysis alone, if I'm not explaining it to someone, it can take me like just within a minute. I have to finish on one pair. So the rest is all about waiting. So trading is a waiting game. You get it? Trading is a waiting game. And yesterday, I said you don't know when opportunity will present itself. So if you want to be a trader, you need to what? You need to always show up. You need to show up every day. Okay. You need to show up every day because you don't know when the market is going to give you an opportunity. So you need to show up every day. You can't tell yourself maybe today I'm not going to show up. The day you are not showing up is when you are going to get an opportunity in the market. So you need to show up every day in the market, and you will surely get paid. You will surely get paid. So it's kind of turning. It's kind of turning. So this is a resistance in case maybe it creates a support over here. In case maybe it creates a support over here. So if it creates a support over, if it creates a support over there, that's where we are going to take the buy. That's when we are going to take a buy. If it creates, if the support is created, and you take a buy to this side, so the take profit. So when so one thing that we need to pay attention to is how to master the entry. So now I'm still opportunities, more options on how I'll be entering the market. So entry is very very important. I'm still figuring out how I'll be getting more entry opportunities. I'm still trying to figure out things. So you need to figure out things. Continue searching. But you can't. One thing you don't have to concentrate on many things to make profit in the market. You need to focus on one or two setups, one or two entry systems. That's the only thing you need to be focusing on. You don't have to be focusing on many things in trading. If you focus on many things in trading, it's going to be very hard to make money in trading. You need to focus on few things to make it in trading. So YouTube, what pairs are you guys trading? Which pairs are you guys trading rather? So those on YouTube, which pairs are you guys trading? Which pairs have you been trading? Which pairs have you been concentrating on? So those on YouTube, which pairs have you been concentrating on? So far, I've been trading the pairs that I've been trading so far is the pound dollar, the pound yen, the same ones as you. The pound yen and what's the euro USD. Those are the pairs that I've been trading. So this week, which pairs did you trade? Or you guys are trading the same pairs? the same place that I'm trading. We are waiting for the 30 minutes there. 8 o'clock and now to close. So the market structure this morning. Nothing better. Hello? Okay. Sorry. All right. So Euro USD, you guys have been trading Euro USD. So if you are starting out, one thing I will advise you: don't listen to the hype of. Don't be listening to the hype of trading gold. Trading gold. Don't be trading. If you try gold, you are going to wipe all your account. Though. try your hands on, especially GBP USD moves very nice. It moves very smooth. The pound yen too moves very smooth. But when it comes to gold, it will wipe your account. So USD JPY, I looked to trade around 10:15 p.m. 10:15 p.m. I took the trade around 10:15 p.m. Kweko Asari, do you understand the time of the day? Why do you have to take a trade around that? What a swing trade or what? On which time frame? Kweko Asari, why do you have to take trade around that time? There was no volume in the market. So USD, you took a buy or you took a sell? Let me know. You took a buy or you took a sell? Why do you have to take trade around that time? You need to do. If you are taking a day trade, you need to understand. Even if it's a swing trade, volume is what is going to move the market. So 10:15, there was no volume during that time. You are going to be in drawdown before the trade will even move in favor. So you need to understand sections. Market sections is very important. You don't have to be trading during that time. 10:15, there was no volume. Volume is going to hit the market around, let's say, 11:30, because 12 o'clock is when the is it the Tokyo session opens? Is it the Tokyo? During 10:15, there was no volume. Volume is not in the market. The market doesn't move like that. Okay, it usually moves. It starts moving very fast around 11:30 to 12 a.m. GMT. that's when you start seeing major moves in the market. So you need to pay attention to that. You need to be very, very careful on the times of the day. You get it? You need to be very, very careful on the times of the day. So 10:15 there was no volume. My trade yesterday was USD So you took a buy on USD right? You were in a buy. So you took a buy on USD. Yeah, it was looking good. So I saw 10, 10. The 10 will be around the side. So how did you take the trade? What did you see? It was a swing trade, daily time frame. I took a buy. Okay, all right. So it was a swing trade. Okay. So when I check the major zones, when I check the major zones, I want to check why you took the buy. What did you see before taking the buy? Oh, but you have to know. You see, mostly fundamentals respect. Oh, it was not okay. So why were you still in the trade? It's even got to your target. Why were you still in the trade? You see, most of the times fundamentals really respect, like it goes in accordance with technicals. So if you took a buy, let's say this was, so you took it yesterday, right? So this will be yesterday's candle. So this should be your target because this is the weekly resistance. Price is always, you have to note that when price gets the target, this is the target. Price is going to what? Respect. Price is going to respect. So why were you still in the trade? You didn't, were you not aware? Because price is going to respect this one. You get it? Price is going to respect. This is the daily target. Sorry, this is supposed to be your target. So the moment price goes to this side, it will retrace around this side. So why were you still in the trade? Oh, come on, bro. Price got to this side and it's, so why were you still in the trade? This is the target because this price is going to respect, or it didn't. That's why it's always important to do top-down analysis. You need to analyze from the high time frame to the lower time frame. You get it? You need to analyze from the higher time frame to the lower time frame. So this is the weekly resistance. So you should have known that when price gets to this weekly resistance, we are going to see reaction. Price is what going to take a break. So this is the point you should have taken profit. Get it? Because even if it's a swing trade, weekly is a higher time frame like level. Weekly is a high time frame level. So you should have noted that when price gets to this level, we are going to see what? Retracement. You should have noted that. So next time you have to consider. So if you are confused on where to be taking profit, okay, if you are confused on where to be taking profit, you need to consider the higher time frame level. Okay, I was also at the same position when I entered a trade. When I entered a trade, I don't know where to take profit. So if you don't know where to take profit, use the levels. Okay, if price gets to the major levels. So me, for instance, I use the H4, I use the daily, I use the weekly, I use the monthly levels. So when I'm entering a trade, if price gets to the H4, if I'm entering on H4, my target is going to be what? That's why I usually look for the H4 zones, H4 structures. Okay, so when price gets to those levels, I'm going to what? I'm going to exit the trade. That's what usually I do. So you need to be using those level for your take profit levels. You get it. You need to be using those levels for your take profit levels. So you should have taken profit when price got to the weekly zone. I don't know why you were still in the trade. So I used to get confused like that, especially sometimes I will be in a trade and I will be wondering, where should I take profit? Where should I take profit? Like, I don't know. I will be in the trade. I'm scared. Is price going to retrace price? But when my eyes open, when I started understanding how the market works, when price get to those levels, I take profit very fast. So you need to pay attention to those levels. You need to pay attention to those levels. So you should have taken profit around this side. So one thing, when it comes to take profit is very easy to what? Take profit is very, very easy. But when it comes to entry is the most difficult thing. Finding an entry is the most difficult thing. So that's what you need to master it very well when it comes to entry. But when it comes to take profit, you just use the high time frames. If you are intraday trader, if you are taking a trade on the H4 time frame, H4 target, H4 support or resistances should be your level. When you are taking trade on daily time frame, daily support and resistance should be your target level. When you are taking trade on the weekly level should be your target. So it's very simple to understand take profit. But when it comes to entry is what you need to master. I would say get an entry. Setup is very easy to identify, but when it comes to entry, that's when the problem is, where the problem lies. So with time, I know with time you get to understand. With time you understand. If you understand trading, if you understand the entry, trading becomes very simple and easy, because projecting, like speculating where the market is going to move to is very simple and easy. It's very simple and easy. But when it comes to entry is the most difficult part. But so me, usually what happens is I use the various structures to determine if you want to get a high probability setup. If the higher time frame, your analysis time frame is an uptrend or a bullish trend, when you move to the H1 time frame, if you move to your entry time frame, you need to make sure one thing you need to consider. You need to make sure the trend too is in your favor. You get it? The same trend is in your favor. My take profit was 147,110. Let me check it out. USD JPY. $147,110. Oh, but yeah, it was you didn't see the distance. This is 147,110. So it will be around this side. Now you should have considered. So when you move to the weekly time frame, so let's move to the weekly time frame together. If you move to the weekly time frame, you can see this resistance over here. Okay, I hope you see this resistance over here. So you see the weekly time frame made a pullback, trying to move up. It's the resistance. So if you are in a trade, you need to close your trade around the side. because price is definitely going to react. So the reaction, most of the time, if you are in a buy, it's not going to move in your favor. The chances when it comes to reaction, if you are in a buy for here, if you are still in a trade, a buy, the probability that price is going to break through is very low. It's like 20-30%. But maybe the target was rather around this level. So this is the point you should have taken profit. So you should have taken profit around this side. If you are saying even, so I don't know which time frame you enter the trade. Even if you are based on the weekly time frame, this is the weekly rejection. If you are based on the daily time frame, this is the time frame the daily got. Even the daily time frame, you are based on the daily time frame. I don't know where exactly you enter the trade, but we are having some rejection levels. So you see, as price got to this side, it got rejected. So you need to take the key levels into consideration. You need to take the key levels into consideration. You get it? So price is going to react. So I even consider the weekly time frame. Okay, but the weekly time frame, you're having clean zone to the side. So price is going to react on this level. When price gets to this level, when price gets to this level, so this should have been the place you should have taken profit. You should have taken. So you shouldn't allow the trade to run like that. Weekly is it's a stronger time frame. Okay, weekly is a stronger time frame. So anytime price will get to those levels, we are going to see reaction. That's what you have to do. What do you have to note? The weekly levels, price is going to reject those higher time frames. Anytime price will get to those levels, we are going to see what action over there. Either buyers and sellers are going. So we call it in basic economics, we call it equilibrium point. Equilibrium point simply means points of interest where buyers and sellers are what? Where buyers and sellers meet. So this is an equilibrium point. So anytime that meets when buyers and sellers meet at a point, so this is the equilibrium point. So when it comes to the weekly time frame, a point of interest is equilibrium point. So you have buyers and sellers is sensitive. When it gets to this side, it's going to price is going to say, oh, as price got to this side the last time, sellers drove the price up. So people are going to be very cautious at this level. You get it? Because the way the candles moves is like human behavior. People are always going to be careful. So the way I'm thinking, when price gets to this side, in previous times when price got to this side, it's rejected. So I'm also going to be emotional. I'm going to be emotional when price gets to this side. So I will just profit. So the way I'm taking profits, majority of people too are thinking the same thing. They're also going to take profit. So there's not going to be volume during that. Those who miss the first move are going to take this move to this side. So that is going to happen. So you need to always pay attention to the levels. You need to pay critical attention to those levels. So even the fundamentals really respected technicals. So you were the problem. The market wasn't the problem at this time. Sorry, with the problem. You should have known. You should have known if you've gotten to what weekly level that price is going to respect. So sorry for the loss. So you see, as I said, I'm not interested in it. So when it comes to counter trend, there was no certainty in counter trend. Okay, there was no certainties in counter trending. So what I'm seeing is what price is either going to move up. Okay, we are either going to see action over here. So I'm not interested. And when you are basing on when it comes to bias, the bias for the day, determine your bias for the day. You need to make sure you are paying attention to the higher time frame. You need to consider a stronger time frame. Not every time frame is going to be what is going to be favorable, or is going to be a time frame for you to be making money in the market. If you want to make money, you need to, if you want to seek, let me say, if you want to seek consistent profit, if you want to seek regular profit in the market, one thing I would advise you is to focus on the high time frame. I bet you I've tested it before. It is tested and proven. The high time frame, especially the H4 time frame, the daily time frame, the weekly time frame, those are the time frames that if you want to make consistent profits, I bet you I've tested it before. If you want to make consistent profit, focus on the higher time frame. The lower time frames are designed for you to lose. You can test it yourself. You are going to get a lot of losing trades when you focus on lower time frames. Lower time frames is not a profitable time, even though people are making money from there, but checking their P&L, how many times do they lose? You get it? How many times did they lose? But when I started trading on the height, it's been a while I even got a losing trade. It's been a while that I had a losing trade. You get it? Because for me to trade, I have to make sure most of the time frames are in my favor. Okay, most of the time frames are in my favor. So that's what brings the confidence in you. If all the time frames are, if it is bullish trend, if all the time frames are in a bullish trend, like if all the time frames are in bullish trend, maybe the daily time frame is bullish, the H4 time frame is bullish, the H1 time frame is bullish, three time frames in sync with each other, if three time frames are in the same direction. So the reason why I was very confident to take this trade on Monday, let's go back and reflect. On Monday, the reason why I took this trade, when you move to the daily time frame, so let me highlight it. This is the highlight for the week. So the daily time frame, was what? The daily time frame was what? Moving up. You get it? It was a trend. We had what? Higher high, higher low, higher high. It was in a bullish trend. Okay, so it is now confirmed the daily is what? When you move to the H4 time frame, we are analyzing why we took. When you move to the daily time frame too was up, high, low, high. The H42 is what? An uptrend. So now how many time frames are in the same direction? We've gotten the daily to be an uptrend or bullish trend, the H4 to be what? An uptrend or bullish trend. You get it? So when you move to H1, so how many time frames now? 2 time frames. When you move to the H1 time frame, let's consider the H1 time frame. Perfecto. H1 time frame 2 is what? An uptrend. You get it? High, high. Rate test of this key level. So 3 time frames in is pulling back. Still have a confidence in the trade because daily was in my favor, H4 was in my favor. So the GBP JPY, for instance, that I didn't trade, I'm now thinking about I should have taken, was it on Wednesday or so, this trade? I should have taken it. It was an uptrend. This is the point we had a shift in structure or change in character. You get it? There was a change in character over here. There was a change in structure over here. So it turned it what? Change in structure. It made it what? An uptrend. So the daily time frame is what? The daily time frame is an uptrend. You get H4 time frame. Let's move to H4 time frame. So this was a trade. H4 time frame two is what? H4 time frame two is what? An uptrend. Higher high, higher low. It retested on this key low. So H4 time frame two is what? An uptrend. So now you've gotten two time frames in the day in the same direction. So when you move to H1 time frame, let's move to H1 time frame. Let's confirm it from the H1 time frame. When you move to H1 time frame, so the trend is what? H1 time frame, higher high, higher low, retesting on this key level. So how many time frames? 3 time frames in the same direction. How can you lose? You get it? How can you lose? 3 time frames in the same direction. So implement this in your trading system. You are going to see a mass. You'll bring my stone. You bring me a stone rather, right? You'll bring me a stone. So how can you lose when something of that sort is happening? Having 3 time frames in the same direction. How can you lose a trade like that? So it's weird to be having a losing trade. So for me, for instance, it has been a while that I had a losing trade. It has been a while that I had a losing trade. You get when you implement this. One thing about this thing is what you are not going to be getting trades every day, but when you get a trade, the trade is really going to move very you are going to get more moves, okay, bigger moves. Like if you want to be getting more pace, because according to my nature, I don't like short trades. Okay, I want trades that moves for long. So this one, for instance, imagine maybe you entered over here, you're going to get a massive pips. If you entered over here, so let's say maybe this is the point you had the entry, you are going to be getting like, see the pips, you are going to be getting like 90 pips. You get it? You're going to be getting like so good. The trades that I've been getting when the 3 time frames are in the same direction has been moving very, very well. If I get a trade and all the time frames are in the same direction, the daily in the same direction, the H4 is in the same direction, H1 is in the same direction, 3 time frames in the same direction, and sometimes too you can get the 30 minutes to be in the same direction, then you are going to get what? A good risk to reward. Okay, so such trades doesn't happen more often in the week. Sometimes you get 1 or 2. It depends. To the frequency of trades is going to depend on the number of pairs that you are trading. You get it? The number of pairs that you are trading. So if you are trading more pairs, like if you are trading more currency pairs, you are going to get more trades. But if you are focusing on only few trades, the number of times that you are going to get trades is not as they are not you are not going to get more trades. Let me put it that way. You get it? You are not going to be getting more trades. So that's what you have to be taking note of. Okay. So if you have not given a like to the stream, kindly give a like. Okay. Kindly give a like, and if you have any question too, you can drop it in the comment box or the chat box. Okay. If you have any question, I'm going to talk about it. So Fridays, you are using the Friday to talk about trading, about how you can improve your trading this thing. Okay, so if you have any challenge that you are facing, either struggling trader, if you are struggling to make money in trading, I'm going to, because I've been there before, I know why many people are not profitable. Please, I want to trade today. He said what? Please, I want to trade today. How should I start? You want to trade like how? You want to take a trade or you want to trade? I don't understand your question. Make it clear. You want to take a trade or you want to trade like how? You want to start trading or you want to take a trade? You want to take a position? You want to execute a trade or what? What does it mean? So if you are not profitable, if you are not profitable, if you have been losing, kindly drop why you have been drop your challenge, things that the challenges that we've been facing in the chat. But let's address it. Today is Friday. Let's address it in the chat box. Some of the challenges that we've been facing, and I'm going to give you a cure to your problem. So going to give you a cure to your problem. So today, Friday, the market is kind of boring. Nothing better to trade. Nothing better to trade today. So your mind is going to be clear. Your mind is going to be clear in trading when you have a system. Okay, I bet you. I know, like I've been there before. If you don't have a system, or crowded with if you are crowded with many systems, you kind of get confused. Your mind bursts. Your mind really bursts when you are crowded with more technicals. Health minds kindly demonstrate on the entry. Kindly demonstrate on the entry point, especially when all higher time frames are in your favor. Which time frame do you execute? Okay, I'll talk about it. Yeah, so you become when you become crowded with many systems or many strategies. If you are focusing on trend lines, focusing on support and resistance, focusing on those strategies out there, focus on ICT, focusing on this BMT, trade the bank, then you become confused. I've been there before. So you will later end up giving up on the game, or you later end up giving up on trading. You get it? You later end up giving up on trading. So the best advice I'm going to give you is focus on just few things, the things that I've told you about. Don't crowd yourself with many things. You become confused when it comes to entry. So me, for instance, sometimes when I'm confused on entry, my mind kind of my head ache. My head ache when I'm confused on when I'm having plenty things in mind. Kind of confused. You get it? I'm kind of confused on what to do. So the moment I settle on something, the moment I settle on a strategy, I become very confident to execute. Okay, you see how I'm patient today because nothing is aligned with the way I trade. Nothing is aligned with the way I take my entries. You see, I'm very calm, settle, waiting for the right thing to happen. That's what you have to be looking for. Okay, so the moment I see something that I've seen before, I'm not going to hesitate. I'm going to execute without what without doubt, or without doubt. I'm going to execute without doubt. So kindly demonstrate on the entry point, especially when all higher time frames are in your favor. Which time frame do you execute? So sometimes when it comes to entry, I can analyze on the daily time frame and at the same time get an entry on the daily time frame. You get it? Get an entry on the daily time. I've remembered last 2 weeks or last week. I gave you an entry on what the pound dollar. I told you not to go to the H4 time frame, the H1 time frame. You can get an entry on what the daily time frame. But the reason why don't base on I want to get in the name of I want to get good rates. You get it? You need to always place your stop loss as So you two, can you hear me? Those on the Zoom session, can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, let me know so that we proceed. Can you people hear me? If you can hear me, kindly let me know in the chat box. Okay. So those on YouTube, can you hear me? Those on YouTube, can you hear me? Let me know. If you can hear me, let me know. Comment in the chat box. If you can hear me, comment it in the chat box. Let me know whether you can hear me. We can hear. Say, okay. So I was saying something before I even left. Okay. Thank you. Sorry, it was just a network glitch. So we were talking about, someone asks where you can place your stop loss if you are focusing on if all the time frames are in your favor. Yeah, so as I was saying, sometimes you can get an entry on the daily time frame, and at the same time you place your stop loss at the daily time frame. But the reason why we move to the lower time frame is for us to reduce, like you see on the daily time frame, the pip value on the daily time frame is big. Okay, the pip value on the candles is very big, so that's why you usually move to the lower time frames to be getting to reduce our stop loss pips. You get it? But what I'm saying was, you don't focus on those things in the name of I want to get lower stop loss, I want my stop loss to be big. You need to place your stop loss at a logical level. Don't place your stop loss in the name I want to get good risk to reward, maybe 1 to 3, 1 to 4 risk to reward. Place your stop loss at a logical level. You need to make sure the level, because if you don't want to be stopped out more often, you need to place your stop loss as what? A logical level, a level that you know it's going to be strong for. It's going to be strong. If price is moving against you, price is really going to struggle before it can break through. So that's why usually I trade on levels. Okay, levels, higher time frame levels. So when I place my stop loss, so last time I was doing some experiment, I experimented on something, GBP USD. I took the trade. Sometimes when I'm experimenting, I just execute on demo to see how strong it's going to be. I tested something on GBP USD. Was it? I want to show you where I saw the trade. Yeah, this move. So I really experiment a lot. So this move, was it this move also? Let me check. I was experimenting something. When you look left, yeah, so that was around this level. So let me check. It was, I've forgotten where we had a level. Price really respected that level. I've forgotten where that thing happened. The trade, I was experimenting on something. The 30 minutes easily got invalidated. I've forgotten where I did that experiment. I've forgotten where I got it. Was it on daily time frame? So maybe it can be like this trade also. So it was a nice experiment. That one would have been a nice example to show you the reason why you shouldn't be using the lower time frame levels as your stop loss. You will be easily, even though you get good risk to reward, but you will easily get stopped out. Let me see whether I will see it over here on the 30-minute time frame. I did that experiment. Was it this one? Was it this one? It easily got invalidated. I'm not seeing it. I've lost sight. Was it this one? Was it this one? I've lost sight. I wanted to show you It easily got invalidated. You get it? It easily got invalidated. So when it comes to entry, you don't have to be using the lower time frames. You need to make sure the level you are going to take your entry. These are the questions. So this one, I took a trade over here. The reason why I took the trade was what? I need to first of all check the level. How strong is the level? You get it? How strong is the level on the higher time frame? Like the daily, the monthly, the weekly. How strong is the level? So H4, if especially you become very confident when two support levels are at the same level. So this trade, for instance, we had a support over here. When you check left, we're having what? Another support over here. You see how strong the zone is? Two support levels meeting at the same point. So how can you lose on this trade? You get it? So you just have to find an entry and execute. So sometimes you can get a trade on the daily time frame, and sometimes too you can get a trade. I said your question is not clear. I want to take a trade today. What does it mean? Your question is not clear. Kindly make it clear. So sometimes you can get a trade on the daily time frame, execute on the daily time frame. Sometimes too you can get a trade on H4, execute. But sometimes when it happens like that, let me show you an example on GBP So this trade, for instance, there was a break and retest over here, but there was no entry on H4 time frame. You get it? There was no entry on H4 time frame. So kindly give a like on the stream. If you have not liked the stream, kindly click on the thumbs up. Give a like. If you know you are enjoying whatever I'm teaching on the stream, kindly give a like. Give a like on the stream. Click on the thumbs up button. Okay. So this is the example I'm talking of. This is the example that I'm talking of. You see, you can get an entry over here at the H4 time frame. Sorry, there was a setup over here, but there was no entry. You get it? So when something of this sort happens, you need to move towards the H4 time frame. After that, I'm going to show you where sometimes the H4 will give you an opportunity. So when it happens like that, H4 has given us the setup, which is what? Break and retest. Has given us the setup, break and retest. But when it comes to entry, when you move to the H1 time frame, you need to make sure, because the daily is an uptrend, H4 is an uptrend. You need to make sure the H12 has shifted direction to your favor. So this is the point. So if I'm taking an entry, I'm going to take an entry at the break of, it's going to be an impulsive, okay, because at normal circumstances you need to wait for the candle to close. But because what I will consider, sometimes you take an aggressive entry based on the time you are trading. So if you know the time is what, a high volume time, you can take a buy over here and you place your stop loss beneath the structure. So here the confirmation you are having is what, the structure is what, an uptrend, and the zone. So these are the things that you consider. Okay, so this one, we had the setup at H4. H4 didn't give us the entry. You get it? H4 didn't give us the entry. But when it comes to this side, an example like this. So H4, there has been what, a break and retest. But when it comes to entry, this time frame is giving us the entry. You get it? The same time frame is giving us the setup. The same time frame too is giving us what, the entry. You get it? So the entry, in the sense that it has created a support, it has given us a first hand. So the first hand I'm talking about is the bullish candle. The moment you see the bullish candle, you can enter over here without even going to what, check the H1 or what, M30. Okay, without even checking that. So this is the similarity. This is the difference. This is the difference that I'm talking about. You get it? This is the difference that I'm talking about. So the H4 is giving you the entry, the H4 is giving you the setup at the same time giving you the entry at this instant. But when it comes to this instant, H4 is not giving you, there was no, it didn't create any support. There was no support created. You get it? So there was no entry when it happens like that. So you need to go to the lower time frames to make sure there's a shift in structure in your favor. Okay, there's a shift in structure in your favor, then you take a buy. So I hope you guys are seeing the difference. Okay, so sometimes the high time frame can give you an entry, and at the same time it can give you the setup, and at the same time give you the entry. But sometimes too, the high time frame will just give you the setup because it has closed on a support level. This one, for instance, it has closed on a support level. So you just have to go to the lower time frames, the H1 or M30, or the time frame that you are comfortable with. So I'm mostly comfortable on what the daily and I'm mostly comfortable when it comes to moving to the lower time frame. I'm comfortable when I'm using the H1 and what the M30 time frame. I hope it's clear. You get it? So those are the time frames that I usually consider. Those are the time frames that I usually consider. So you need to understand the entry. Okay. So when you implement this in your trading system, I don't see why you shouldn't be profitable or you shouldn't be making money in forex trading. Okay. So those who are taking what I'm teaching in the mentorship group seriously, they are really seeing results. That's not just for fun. So if you want to join the mentorship, this is the time, because from next month is going to increase. The price is going to increase. Okay, price is going to increase because the value I'm giving out is more than the amount you are even paying for now. So if you want to join the mentorship group, this is the time for you to join. You get it? This is the time for you to join the mentorship group. And join the mentorship group and what? Because after the learning session, when I do that after the live stream, there was still what a trade to be taken. You usually take trades during the New York session. So you can join the stream, you can be participating during that time, and you'll be getting winning trades as you are sharing trades idea together. So there are a lot of benefits that you are going to get as compared to the free joining from YouTube for free. So the mentorship is very important. You need to get a mentorship. You get it. And with that one, you can communicate with me one-on-one. If you have any question, you can chat me. But when it comes to if I've not paid for my mentorship, I can choose to what respond to, because I don't owe you anything. So I can choose to respond to your questions. I can choose not to respond to your questions. So if you join the mentorship group, I own you what a response to your question. I have to respond to your question because you've paid me to what? You've paid me for me to what teach you. So if you want to join the mentorship group, you can just chat me. Okay, so you can chat me on WhatsApp, and I'll send you the payment link. Let me drop my WhatsApp line. But if you want to join the mentorship, so because next month the price is going to increase, that's the fact. So you can chat me on WhatsApp. This is my number. So you can, if you're outside Ghana, you add plus 233. Okay, this is my number. Okay, let me say Ghanaian number. So you chat me on WhatsApp and you talk about the mentorship. All right. So these are the things that you need to consider. Okay, these are the things that you need to consider. These are the things that. So which currency are you analyzing? So mostly I trade the pound yen, the pound dollar, and euro USD for now. Okay, so maybe as time goes on, I'm just exploring the currency, the pairs. Okay, so the one that I found consistency, I'm going to stick with it. So I'm still exploring, but for now, I started with pound. I was sticking to the pound dollar, and later I transitioned towards the pound yen, and I transitioned to euro USD before pound yen. Okay, so now I'm considering, because one thing I've seen is what my strategy works on most of the pairs. Okay, most of the instruments, my strategy works. It's all about understanding how the market moves. Make sure major time frames are in your direction. You take an entry, and even if you don't know how to enter, if major time frames are in your direction, the daily H4, H1 are in the same direction. If you don't even understand how to enter, I bet you are still going to be profitable. You are still going to be profitable. So the rest is also, that's why I always say Trading psychology doesn't make sense to me. Reading books on trading psychology and those things, the reason why you are afraid, the reason why you get scared is because you don't understand your system. You don't have a system. Okay, you don't have a trading system. You don't have a trading plan. You get it? What are the things that you look for before you enter the trade? What are the major things that you consider before you enter the trade? If you have these things, you are going to get clarity. You are going to get clarity. Okay, when it comes to execution, you are going to get clarity. You are going to be executing without fear of failure. You get it? But because you are not having a trading strategy, that's why you are very scared when you are in trade. You are afraid trading, the market is going to move against you, so you close the trade prematurely. But if you have seen something over and over again, you have seen it happening over and over again, there's no way you are going to get scared when you execute a trade. Okay, and there's no way you are going to get scared. So you share the YouTube link. If you have not subscribed to the channel, you kindly subscribe to the channel. If you have not, you can share the link to your friends who are also struggling to make it in trading. You can drop your questions or things that is making you struggle, things that you are facing. Why are you not making profit? Okay, and you need to study your trades. If you study your trades too, you are going to get clarity. You are going to familiarize yourself with how the market moves. So it's all about you doing the needful. Okay, because trading is a business. Don't take it as a normal gambling. Because when it comes to sport betting, you don't need enough knowledge to be profitable in sports betting. Okay, you can just use a day or two to be profitable in sport betting. Sport betting is purely what purely what a game of luck or a game of chance. But trading is a skill. You get it? Trading is a skill. Trading is based on experience. Trading is about knowledge, application of knowledge. Okay, trading is a skill. So if you have a winning trade, it's not just a game of chance. You analyze, you really put in the work, and it went in your favor. Okay. So if you are not putting in the work, don't expect to get returns in trading. That's how it works. You need to dedicate times. The market needs to see you putting in the work before it will reward you. You don't just reward anyone randomly. You get it? It doesn't reward anyone randomly. Even at my level, the level that I've gotten to with all my experience, I still study the market like crazy. I still watch. Sometimes I'll just sit in front of my computer and be watching the charts, watching the patterns. You get it? So you need to be doing something of that sort for you to get rewarded. Trading is not like a sport betting. That's what you have to know. Trading is a skill, and with a skill, you need to pass through process before you'll be good at the skill. Okay, so today after markets, I'm not trading because I know what exactly I have to be looking for before I'll enter the trade, before I will execute. The number is incorrect. If you're in Ghana, you let me make it well. Are you in the free channel? 053. Okay, 053 rather. Yeah. 6644-585. Yeah, it's incorrect. 053-6644-585. At Pakwesi, sometimes you have been saying you should wait till candle closes before you take decisions. Can you explain it further? What happens when it does not close and you execute? So when it does not close and you execute, we call it impulsive decision. You are making a decision based on what? Your feelings or intuition. So candle closing in the forex market, when candle close, that's when you can conclude. Because when the candle close, it is what? The body. Oh, who is calling me? When the candle close, you get it? When the candle close, mostly we make decisions based on the body of the candle. That's why mostly support and resistances, you can see me changing it to a line chart to get the body of the candles. Okay, so mostly the line chart is going to give you the body of the candles. You get it? It's going to give you the body of the candle. So mostly when I'm drawing my support and resistance, the body of the candles are what I use. You need to use the body of the candles. Okay, so waiting for the candle to close is going to give you, it's going to make the body of the candle close. You get it? It is the body of the candle that is going to close. It is the body of the candle. Not, we don't base decision based on the wicks of the candle. The wicks of the candle is nothing. So waiting for the candle to close is what's going to allow you to finalize your decision. Okay, so let's say if the structure is like this, if the market structure is like this, it's moving lower low, lower high, lower low, candle is not going like this, you can't conclude something like that on the pound dollar this week. I have track records because I pay much attention to everything that happens in the market. So I remember I told you people it can just be a week on the pound yen at the H4 time frame, right? I remember I told you people it can just be a week. Yeah, this one. When this candle was moving down, I told you based on the structure, based on how the market is trending, this can just be a week. If you guys can remember. You guys can remember. I told you guys this one can just be a week. This one can be a week. Okay. So since the body hasn't closed, it can just be a week and the body will move up. Okay. So you waiting for the candle to close is going to give you it's going to help you to make a proper decision. You get it? It's going to allow you to make a proper decision. So you have to always wait for the candle to close. The candle closing is what gives you accuracy. It gives you 100% accuracy on what the market is doing. But the trend or the wick doesn't give you what. The wick is not a way of confirming a change in structure or a change in a trend. That's what mostly it happens. You get it? So you have to take note of that. The wick is not a way of making a decision in the market. So when I say wait for the candle to close, what I'm trying to say is the candle is waiting for the candle to close is what is going to give you a proper decision. Because when candle is ongoing, if the candle is in motion, you can't conclude the candle as working in the structure. It can just be a wick like this and it's wick down. Really, or finally broken the structure. So that's how it works. I hope I've made it clear. So the currency I trade, if you watch my watch list, so this is the currency I usually analyze: the Euro USD, GBP USD, the pound dollar, and gold. These are the currencies that I trade and analyze. But usually I don't execute on gold. Okay. So if you want to see the currency pairs that I trade, when you watch my watch list, Euro USD, if I get opportunity, I execute. GBP USD, when I get opportunity, I execute. The pound dollar, the pound yen, when I get an opportunity, I execute. And the gold too, when I get an opportunity, I execute. So these are the various time frames that I make a decision on. Okay, I hope I've made myself clear. So let's wait for the H4 candle to close. So in the next 9 minutes, the H4 candle is going to close. So let's see how the H4 candle is going to close so that you make a decision on what you're going to expect. I told you the counter trend can easily retrace at any point or at any level. At any level. So we need to, you get it. So I'm going to wait for the H4 candle to close. So if the H4 candle close, and then I will know what to do in the market. So imagine if you enter the sell thinking price is going to get to this side. At this point, price is retracing. So we are currently waiting for what? The closure of the candle. So you can still drop in your questions as we are waiting. You can still drop in your questions. So these are the things that I do if I'm trading alone. I just watch. Get it? Trading is all about watching. So I just watch and wait. Just watch and wait for the right thing to happen. But if you're a beginner and you don't know what you are doing, you just execute. You just find ways. You think you are not doing something good, so you just find a way to execute, and you will later get stopped out. But if you have a trading plan, you just sit, relax, and wait for the things to align before you what you execute. Then you execute. So those are the things that I'm looking for. Those are the things that I look for. I just sit and relax and wait. I hope you guys are getting value. So what are the things that you think I have to be? What do you want to what are you expecting during the live stream? So on the live stream, what are you guys expecting for me to be doing for you to get, like, should I say, more value? What are the things that you guys have been expecting me to be doing? Are you guys been getting what's the concept, the things that I've been teaching, or I've been moving in an advanced level? You want me to slow down? You people want me to slow down when it comes to analyzing? So you guys should say something. Have I been moving fast? Have I been moving fast? Or it's okay, you guys are adapting. Also ask us what we think about the teachings and maybe share our ideas too. And share our ideas too. Oh, I've been why have you deleted the comment? Also ask us what we think about the teachings and maybe share our ideas too, so you can access them to know how we are improving. With that one, unless maybe you are in my mentorship group before I'll be able to. But you see, if you want to share your chat, you click on the camera sign over here. You see the camera icon over here. So maybe if you analyze on trading view, mostly you have to use trading view. So if you are using trading view for your analysis, you just click on the camera sign over here, the camera icon. Okay, if you click on the icon, then you copy the image or you copy the link. Okay, sometimes you can send me the link. If you copy the link, you just you copy the link and you send it in the chat box. If you send it in the chat box, I will just retrieve it and copy it in my tab. So you see the chat has come over here. So if you want me if you want to analyze, if you want me to get your analysis, if you want me to access your analysis, you just do that thing. You get it? You just do that thing. So your pace is very good for me. Yeah. So if you want to analyze and send me the chat, okay. So this morning, of late, anytime I will come to the chat, I will just ask you people to send in your chat for me to do the analysis, for me to reassess it. Okay, I'll be doing that. Thank you for your advice. Yeah, so I've showed you how you'll be able to share your idea. So you click on are you using trading view? If you have to use trading view for your analysis. So if you are using I don't know the platform you are using, but if you are using trading view, it's easily for you to send me your chat. You click on the icon, the camera icon on your trading view. Can you see it? You click on that icon. So if you click on that icon, You copy the link, you send the link, in the chat box. You get it? You send the link in the chat box. I will retrieve it and copy it over here for me to get access to that. You get it? Okay. So Patrick MC, that's what you have to be doing. You have to be doing that. Okay. That's what you have to be doing for me to get access to your chat. So you copy the link. Anything that you want to send me, you can copy, or you can take a screenshot of your screen. So if you want to do it, you do it. Okay. So every morning of late, I'll be asking you people to send in your chat based on what you've been learning from me. Then I will reanalyze it and see whether you're on the right path. Okay. So as I've been saying, if you want to get fully access to me, then you have to join my mentorship. Okay, with that one, I have time for you. Any question you ask me, I'll get answers to your questions and those stuffs. I have full this thing. You have full access. Or you have full access. So we are waiting for the H4 candle to close. So in the next 2 minutes, the H4 candle is going to close. So the pair that I wanted to take a trade on is the pound dollar. When it comes to the pound yen, I'm not going to make a decision because I'm not seeing clarity on it. So the person who asks why should we wait for the candle to close? So you can see over here that it looks like this high or this low is getting broken. But since the candle hasn't broken, we can't make decision on it. You get it? We can't make decision on it now. Since the candle hasn't broken, we can't make decision on it. We need to wait for the daily candle to close. So the daily candle is going to close around 9 to 10 p.m. GMT. Okay, that's the time it is going to close. So that's when we are going to make decision on. So you need to what? We need to wait. So that's why we wait. This one can just be a wick, okay, like how it's happening over here. You saw the wick and what? Mostly we consider the body of the candle, not the wick. The wicks are not used to make decisions. If you want to make proper decisions, use the body of the candles. You get it? The body of the candle is the most important thing. So in few seconds to come, the candles are going to close. So any recommendation on how you should run the stream, you guys can drop it. Maybe if there's something that you are not liking it, or if there's something that maybe you are not getting it, you can drop it. You can bring your recommendation and I will implement it so that the stream will be a better it will be a better place for us to all get benefit. You get it? So if you have any recommendation, if there's something that maybe I'm not doing which is not helping you, you can also drop it. Mentor, are you less than or all your confluences that get checked before you exit? Yeah, I have to make sure. You see, most of the time, some of the entries are very challenging and it's mind busting sometimes. So you need to send the link in the YouTube chat box. Okay, send the link in the YouTube chat box. I've not seen any link. You've not sent any link in the chat box. Send the link in the comment section. Yeah, so most of the time you have to. So most of the confluences that I look for is what? Most of the confluences, the majority of the confluences should be in my favor. Okay, the majority, the confluence, or maybe the majority, the way you enter the checklist are in your favor, the higher chances that the trade is going to move in you are going to get the trade is going to move in your direction. So not every time that maybe other things. Sometimes that's why sometimes I said this trade I'm going in for aggressive entry. Sometimes not all that good, but majority of the time. But there are certain things that I will never ignore. Okay, so certain things like I have to make the trend. I will never overlook the trend. I have to make sure the trend is in what my favor, especially the daily and H4. These things, if they've not aligned, I'm not going to take the trade. With that one, I can't remove it from my checklist. But certain things I can overlook and what. So sometimes when it comes to maybe you have to have two supports at the same level. Okay, you have to have two support at the same level. With that one, I can only consider only one support. I can overlook it. So don't send it in on my WhatsApp. Send it to the YouTube comment section. Send it in the comment section where where you typed. I sent it on the WhatsApp. Send it to me over there. That's where I'm going to check it out. Don't send it to me on WhatsApp. Send it to me on the YouTube comment section. Copy the link and send it in the comment section. So, Kweku Asare, not every day that sometimes some things I will never overlook them. Okay, some things I will never overlook them, especially when it comes to the trend. When it comes to the trend, the high time frame trends, I will never overlook it. But when it comes to with the entry, certain things I can overlook. As I said, it's better when two supports are aligned when you are trading on two support levels. But when it is one, I will consider the time frame support. Maybe if it is daily, I know it is strong level, because before daily, you get daily equilibrium point. It takes how many days? It takes number of days before that point will establish. So it's a strong level. You get it. So I will factor them and I will take a trade. You get it. So these are the things that I usually consider. So the H4 candle has closed. No decision. So I'm not think. I'm thinking. I'm not seeing. I'm not sure today. Even the what do you call it? Even the New York session, I'll be even getting. So what I'll be waiting for next is what? So 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. At 1 p.m. I have to wait for, because usually I make decision based on what? The H4 candle. So I have to wait for the 1 o'clock p.m. candle to close like this. Maybe form a small support. If it happens, if it happens, then this is what I'm going to take a trade on. You get it? This is what I'm going to trade on. If it happens, you get it? So I'm going to take a buy over here. If it happens to this one establishing, then I'm going to take a buy like this. But if it refuses, then I don't think today I'll be taking a trade, because all the pairs that I trade, I'm not seeing any opportunity on them. Euro USD, there's no opportunity. According to the way I trade, GBP USD, there's no opportunity, unless maybe H1, unless maybe the, what do you call it? The 1 p.m. candle. Before I'll make a decision, pound yen, there's no opportunity. So today I'll be watching the pound dollar. This is where all eyes are going to be. The pound dollar is what I'm going to be looking at. So Patrick MC, I'm not seeing the link. Okay, so I told you to send it in the chat box. So if I'm going to leave the stream very soon. So thank you all for joining today's live stream. So Monday will continue. So we meet every day on the stream from Monday to Friday. I hope most people join the stream earlier. Now I'm sure they are able to analyze and making a decision. And one day I'll open the stream for those who are getting benefit on the stream. So if I've been getting benefit from the YouTube streaming, kindly WhatsApp me, give me a testimonial on the benefits or the things that you've been getting. Okay, and I have a gift for those people. If I've been getting value on the things that I've been sharing on YouTube, kindly type or send a testimonial for me on my WhatsApp, and I have a reward for you. If I've been getting, so you tell me, you point out what you have been getting, the value you've been getting. Okay, you send me a WhatsApp testimonial. You send me a testimonial on WhatsApp. So if there's no question, I think today there's not. So this week has really been a good week. We've made money this week. I said we got one trade this week on the stream. You made money. So far that's the only trade. So if you want to, from Monday, if you want to be getting free money too, you can join us on the stream. And I'm not sure you go a week with no getting trade. It's sometimes very weird, but most of the times you get trades. Okay, based on as we added more currencies or as we added more currency pairs to the trade. At least every week you have been getting a trade. Okay, every week you've been getting some trade setups. So if you want to be getting the free money sum, you need to always show up. You need to show up every day on the stream. Okay, you need to show up every day on the stream, and you sometimes when there's an opportunity, we trade it together. I trade live. You people have been seeing me trading live. Everyone is watching. Okay, everyone is watching. If I execute the trade, so far I've not gotten. As we started, have you gotten any losses on the stream? I don't think so. Okay, so this week you took only one trade. Last week too, you took one trade. So see you next week. Okay, so use your weekend to do your back testing and learn. Okay, so try and use your weekend to study. Okay, so see you on Monday, same time, 6 a.m. GMT to what 9 a.m. GMT. Okay, so I love you all. See you on Monday. Love you all. I'm not a gay, please. I know most people are most people are guys, but please, I'm not a gay. But I love you all. Bye bye.